Tiff, good to see you in the chat. Anybody else out there? Thank you. Production value. Paraplu 626. We got Tiff. Who else we got? Who else we got today? Well, welcome to the show. This is the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. I'm your host, Master G. Now, Fitz is my little canine counterpart, little Boston Terrier who ran away from me. So I think maybe he'll join us later. I'd introduce you to him, but he made some good appearances this week already so far. So maybe we'll give him a little bit of a break today. He is adorable though, isn't he? Isn't he? He is. The NES Happy Hour. This is our happy hour variety show. It's all live. It's all unscripted. Anything can happen. And it's more than just retro gaming, although retro gaming is a big part of it. I'm a collector. I collect Nintendo games from the Nintendo Entertainment System, the original. This beautiful machine you see behind me. And today we're going to be playing our first Wisdom Tree game. These are unlicensed games. Our first one, it's Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land. This was a group that would take or steal or possibly copyright infringe on other games. They'd copy these games, they'd throw some Bible sprites over top of the games, and then they would repackage them and market them as their own. So that's what we're doing today on the show. If you've never tuned into the NES Happy Hour before, we got a lot of fun in store for you. It is, after all, Happy Hour theme. That means we have designed original signature cocktail recipes to pair with each Nintendo game. And we're going to play each Nintendo game in the library, one per episode, until we get through each and every one of them. That means tons of fantastic cocktail recipes brought to you by our mysterious mixologist, Paraplu626, fan of the show, tuning in live today, comes up with these original recipes, invents them from scratch. I whipped together the graphics. For Season 5, we're going to feature alcoholic cocktail recipes and non-alcoholic mocktail recipes for each and every game. Today's no exception. So after we do some intros about the game, we'll dive right into the cocktail recipes so you can mix yourself up one of our fantastic drinks, either the alcoholic version or the non-alcoholic version, and enjoy them together with me on the show. After we're done with our cocktail recipes, I always like to share the game manuals. These old games, depending on how far this is into the future, I don't know what video games are like years from now, but back in the 80s, they all came with instruction manuals. So I also collect the original instruction manuals, in addition to getting these neat little reproduction plastic video game rental cases made. So we have some great box art for this one. We have a weird little manual for this one. We'll scan it. We'll put it up on the screen for you. We'll share that with you. And that's how we set up each and every show. You got your drink. You got your manual. You'll know everything there is to know about the game. Not everything, but, as much as they're willing to divulge to newly purchased owners of these games. And we'll take a short break, and then when we come back from that commercial break, we will dive right into it with a full hour of gameplay. We call that the NES Happy Hour. So we're going to fire up the original Exodus cartridge, which I've already got set up in the machine behind me. We don't stream through emulation, not on the NES Happy Hour. On this show, we play original cartridges only. It's part of the fun. I like collecting. I like sharing my collection. It does sometimes mean that crazy things can happen because you know how glitchy these games are. They're 40 years old after all in some cases. So I think this one's going to work just fine, though. We're going to play Exodus for an hour and see what we think. I haven't played this game before. I haven't even played the game that they ripped off in order to make this game. I would tell you which game they ripped off, but after the gameplay segment on the NES Happy Hour, we always close the episode with a bar trivia challenge where I scour the internet for 5 multiple choice questions, present them to you, and you, our live audience, get to play along at home shouting out your answers. And one of the questions is, what game did this game rip off? And I don't want to spoil it for you, so think about it when you're watching the gameplay segment. You might get an easy win on the bar trivia challenge when we get there. But yeah, most of these Wisdom Tree games, they are unlicensed games. They did not go through Nintendo. They did not get the Nintendo seal of quality. They come in these weird little black cartridges that don't quite look like a normal Nintendo cartridge. And they ripped off other games. That's what they did. They were like a organized religious group, and they started a company to market video games with a religious slant. And instead of developing their own games, a lot of times they would just take an existing game, reprogram it with different sprites, and add just enough to make it seem slightly different from the original, when in actuality they were just completely ripping off other games. And they definitely did that with this one. Let me tell you about it. This is Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land. That there on the cover is one badass looking Moses from the Old Testament. He's got his staff. He's slinging fireballs at things. I don't remember that from the Old Testament. I don't remember that from Sunday school. But he features prominently in this game. You play as Moses. I presume we will be leading the Israelites out of Egypt in this game. It is for play on Nintendo, and on the back it says, experience the spectacular events surrounding the journey to the Promised Land. Witness the sovereign hand of God, his chosen leader Moses, and the mighty exploits that brought the Israelites out of slavery and established the written law. Help Moses solve the puzzle with 100 fascinating levels featuring mazes and other obstacles to faith. With your staff and the spoken word of God, you will defend against enemies including magicians, taskmasters, Pharaoh's soldiers, weaknesses of man, hardened hearts, and other devices that challenged the character of God. Along the way, Moses can gather holy oil, the armor of God, greater faith, and much, much more. Illustrated with 50 colorful reward screens, this learning tool, that's right, a learning tool, also includes 250 questions spanning the entire book of Exodus. Are you ready to defend the faith? A great Bible study tool. Yes, if you thought video games were fun, this game takes it to a new level because it's also school. It's also Bible school. At the end of every level in this game, you are forced to answer religious trivia questions about the Bible. So they took the game and they added some trivia at the end that they force you to answer because they want this to be a learning tool. Because religion and school and Sunday school and synagogue can be fun if we just turn it into a video game. So that's what they did. We're definitely going to get to see some of that today. You guys know how much of a trivia buff I am. I love trivia. My head is just full of useless knowledge. So I think it's kind of funny and neat and enjoyable that they have trivia. They've added trivia to this game at the end of every level. You have a quiz, a pop quiz that you have to answer. We'll see that a little bit later in the show. It's gonna be great fun. Before we get to that, though, we should share the cocktail recipes. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna put them up on the screen. First, let's start with our alcoholic cocktail recipe. We call this one the Word, as in the Word of God. And as we always say, Fitz and Master G do not condone underage drinking of any kind. This cocktail recipe does have alcohol in it. It is not for you if you are not of legal drinking age, wherever you may reside. But fear not, because after we're done talking about this one, we've developed a fantastic little mocktail that looks very similar. It's called the Holy Oil, and it doesn't feature alcohol. So you can mix yourself up one of those if you want to play along at home and do it safely and responsibly because there's no alcohol in it of any kind. However, this drink, this tasty little treat, this pink little magic recipe here, the Word, it consists of a shot of gin, a shot of cherry juice right from the jar of cherries, and a shot of maraschino liqueur. Luxardo is the brand that I used. And you throw a little splash of lemon in there, some bitters. You shake it all in your cocktail shaker over ice, get it nice and cold, strain it into a glass, and garnish it with a cherry. You can see my cherry right there. And I assure you, this is one delicious cocktail for you you fans of the show who are not underage, who are of legal drinking age, and who might be signing off of work for the day like myself. I just finished a long, hard day at the office, and now I'm ready to relax, have a drink with you guys, play some old school Nintendo games, and share all the fun with you. So cheers. Cheers to you all. That's a good one. I got to remember to put it on the table in front of me, because if I put it over here, I'm going to end up knocking it over and spilling it all over myself. All right, guys, so it's a pretty easy one to make if you have the ingredients, and it is a very delicious treat. But if you are not of legal drinking age, you might be interested to know about the holy oil cocktail, or mocktail, should I say. This one, of course, is Fitz approved. There is no alcohol in it. You're going to want to get yourself one of these fancy little cocktail glasses like I just showed. And you need an ounce of cherry juice, a half ounce of simple syrup to give it that sugary flavor, a splash of lemon, and then you top it all off with 3 ounces of club soda. That gives it a bubbly effervescence. It will also be very pink, just like the drink I'm drinking with you. Very cherry flavored, a little bit of cherry lemon flavoring to it. You're definitely going to want to get all these things out of the refrigerator, serve everything ice cold, and you can garnish yours with a cherry, and it'll look pretty much just like mine, except yours won't have any alcohol in it, and yours will be bubbly, whereas mine has no carbonation in it. So if you're not of legal drinking age, but you do want to participate, we like to accommodate all fans of the NES Happy Hour, no matter what your age, no matter what your situation or personal lifestyle preferences. Both of these drinks are fantastic to make. They're all original recipes. They pair very nicely with Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land, the Nintendo game. And if you feel compelled, mix yourself up one of these. I'm going to be drinking mine on the show. You can drink along with me, and we can have some fun together. Celebrate an end to a long work day with a little happy hour festivities. So that's that. All right. Shall we proceed to the manual? Uh-oh, I lost my game manual. Hold on a sec. From beginning. Nope, I don't think that's the one. Guys, I don't think that's the one. Give me 1 second. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. Man, I had this all wound up and ready to go. There we have it, folks. The Exodus Journey to the Promised Land game manual. Now, this is a weird one because, it was a pain in the butt to scan, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to read this to you guys so you guys can see it on the show, but it's not, first of all, it's like vertical. It's not like this, like most of the NES manuals, and it's not attached with a staple. It's like a folding thing. So the whole thing like unfolds on itself, and it's very hard because none of the pages are numbered. So you can't actually figure out what's page 1 and what's page 2. But I've scanned it into the computer there. There is the cover, Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land. I'm going to just go unfold each page, and we're going to see together if we can figure out how to play this game, and if you can figure out what game they ripped off to make this one. So I apologize for it being a little tiny on the screen there. It's because it's this like bifold instead of like a normal NES manual, but they can't do anything normal because it's totally unlicensed and it's a total ripoff of a different game. But there it is. The story of Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land. Here's the setup in case you're not aware of Old Testament Bible storytelling. It goes like this. Fearing the number and strength of the Israelites in Egypt, the Pharaoh ordered the Hebrew midwives to kill any sons born to Hebrew women. To save him from his fate, Moses' mother put him in a basket and placed him in the river Nile, I believe. He was later saved by the Pharaoh's daughter and grew up in the palace as the Pharaoh's adopted son. Now, years later, when the Pharaoh heard that Moses had killed an Egyptian just totally randomly, the Pharaoh tried to kill Moses, but he escaped. God appeared to Moses in a burning bush and told Moses to lead the children of Israel, the slaves, out of Egypt. Thus began the journey to the Promised Land. In the Exodus from Egypt, the whole book in the Bible, in the Old Testament, Exodus, is about this story. God stretches out his hand and does wondrous deeds. Using miraculous signs and the 10 plagues, Moses frees the children of Israel from the burdens of the Egyptians and takes them out of slavery. Power of God saves the Israelites as he parts the Red Sea, allowing them to pass safely. The benevolence of God saves them as he rains manna down from heaven and pours water from the rock of Horeb. The strength of God saves them by helping them to defeat Amalek and his army, and through the grace of God, Moses receives the 10 Commandments and the instructions to make the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah, that one from Raiders of the Lost Ark, that great movie. The holy garments and the tabernacle for the congregation help Moses as he solves 100 levels of mazes in his journey to the promised land using his staff and the spoken word of God. Every time we say word, I'm going to cheers. The word. Cheers. Your knowledge of the book of Exodus will be tested as you answer questions, earning Moses more chances to play. So depending on how you do in the pop quizzes, I guess you get extra lives. There's a very crudely drawn Nintendo Entertainment System controller. A causes Moses to speak the word of God. B causes Moses to drop a staff, whatever that means. If you press start and select at the same time, it starts the whole level over. That's interesting. Use this when Moses becomes trapped. So I guess you can trap yourself in the maze and then you have to start over. Start would normally pause the game, I think, and then the control pad just moves you around the map. Oh, a bunch of weird instructions if your game doesn't work. I wonder if it tells you to blow in it. That's what we all did back in the day. If the game wouldn't work, you blow in the cartridge, get all the dust out of there. It does say, please allow up to 45 seconds for your game to start. 45 seconds? Are you kidding me? I don't think it takes that. The TV may flash up to 9 times. What the heck did they do programming this game? That is utterly absurd to me. I don't think that's actually true. I don't think it's going to take 45 seconds or flash. But yeah, who knows? What a wild little thing. If your game doesn't work, do this. That's silly. All right, guys, the object of the game. So it's a maze. You have to run around in the maze, solving these puzzles, moving objects, blowing objects up, defeating enemies, trapping them. It's a basic puzzly type of game. To complete the Exodus. Along the way, you encounter 250 questions and 50 reward screens. To complete each level, you have to gather 5 question marks throughout the maze, as well as a manna quota. Now, manna was like food. When they were lost in the desert, that's how God supposedly saved them, right? Manna rained down from heaven like food. It was like bread, basically, and that's how they sustained themselves in the desert when they were lost, wandering for such a long time, for many, many years. So in the game, you have to gather manna as you're working through the maze, and you have to gather a certain quota worth of manna in order to beat the level. After you beat the level, you're presented with 5 questions dealing with the book of Exodus. Yes, Bible study questions. Excellent. That's what video games need, Bible study questions. The multiple choice questions are generally in chronological order, and with each correct answer, you're rewarded with a Bible. Collect 10 of those Bibles, and you get an extra life. Following the questions, you will find a reward screen related to the questions, and you can move on to the next level. The levels become harder and harder as you go. Be patient, practice, yada, yada, yada. Watch the demo screens for hints. You add a status bar, how many of the 5 questions you've collected so far, and your mana quota there. So in this example, you need to collect 82 little mana tokens. Bibles collected to keep track of your extra lives. You got to get 10 of them to get a free life. And then your little Moses icon. Extra lives. He's got 7 in this example. Each level is timed, and they are kind of complicated. I mean, they start out pretty straightforward, but they do get complicated. So you do have to solve some tricky aspects of these maps, figuring out which rocks to move in which places in order to navigate and get to the end of the maze. It does get a little tricky. And then you got these squares for greater faith, armor of God, anointing oil, and new sandals. Whew. Moses sporting some new sandals. How about it? All right, to see exactly how the following objects will appear on your screen, press start when you're on the title screen, then press select, Every time you press select, another screen of objects or enemies will appear. That's interesting. So here are some objects you collect throughout the game. You can collect the Omer of mana. Moses must collect a specific amount of mana to complete each level. Yeah, so that's the little mana tokens, I guess. Murmurings of Israel, removed by one spoken word or a burst from a staff or a burst from a calf of sin. There are the little doubting God tokens. They are removed by two spoken words or one burst, presumably from that staff we keep talking about. You also have, of course, obstacles to faith. These are represented essentially by rocks. They look like boulders. They are removed by three spoken words or else one burst. You can also push the obstacles to faith, the rocks, by Moses, so you can move them throughout the game. You have bricks of labor. They can only be removed by two bursts. They can also be pushed. Weaknesses of man. They cannot be eliminated. They cannot be pushed. They are in the way permanently. You can find the golden calf of sin. It ignites if you hit it by a spoken word or a burst from your staff. You can find the rock of Horeb, which looks a lot like the weaknesses of man and the obstacles to faith. It's removed by three bursts. It can be pushed. Spoken words will bounce off of it. If Moses touches the rock, he must have just picked up the holy oil or get it within 20 seconds, or he will be forced to start that level over again. Interesting. So that's a game over. So you got to get the holy oil within 20 seconds of touching the rock of Horeb, or you will automatically lose the level. You may encounter holy ground. It is the same as the rock of Horeb. It cannot be pushed. You got to have the holy oil before you touch it, or you're in trouble. The limitations of man cannot be eliminated or moved. It's there. It's in the way. It's blocking you. The mud of bondage. Yes, it grows slowly. One spoken word causes the mud to turn into hardened hearts. One burst will turn hardened hearts into an omer of mana, which you do need to collect. So you do have to turn the mud into a hardened heart and then blow it up to collect more mana, apparently. And straw for bricks grows quickly, turns into bricks of labor if it grows into a space occupied by mud. Burst will occur if it grows into a staff or golden calf of sin. Good Lord, I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin with this. I don't. I really don't. On the other page, right in the middle of the manual, they give you a chance to rate the game. They really want to know, do you find this game entertaining, educational? Do you appreciate its biblical accuracy, the challenge, the graphics, the sound? How did you find out about this weird little game? In youth group, in Sunday school, at a bookstore, at church? What did you like most? What did you like least? What suggestions do you have for our other Wisdom Tree International games? And yeah, then it goes on to the rest of the manual for some reason, I guess. I don't know. Enemies, magicians. You will encounter evil magicians. They're removed by three spoken words or one burst of your staff or a falling object falling on their head. They become angry after the first word and they get faster. So you have to hit them 3 times really quickly to take care of them. Taskmasters need 2 bursts or a falling object. Soldiers can only be defeated by dropping a rock on their head, apparently. Sorcerers, 3 bursts or a falling object. They reflect the spoken word and move quickly. Other enemies become sorcerers when they contact holy ground or the rock of Horeb. This is all very complicated. Meribah, which means quarrel, I assume in Hebrew. Removed by a burst or a falling object, temporarily stunned by spoken word, moves freely through mud of bondage. And then the Masa, the test, removed by a burst or a falling object, angered if it's hit by a spoken word, and it moves freely through straw. Baffling. Just baffling. Special objects and prizes. So you can collect the staff of Moses. It's dropped by Moses when the B button is pressed. He can only drop a staff if the status line indicates that he has 1 or more available. The question mark. It represents the questions you must answer after completing the level. Each level contains 5 questions. Pop quiz. Moses gathers all of the questions in order to beat a level, and then he has to answer them to get bonus points. If you find the W, that is the Word of God. Cheers. This allows Moses to increase the number of simultaneously spoken words. The maximum is 5. The crown, I assume that's a crown icon, is the authority of God. It increases the distance the spoken word travels. So I guess your spoken word is like a projectile weapon. Authority of God gives you more range. Word of God gives you more bullets, we'll call them. So like 1 bullet gets shot, or 2 bullets get shot, or 3 bullets. The bullets being the word of God. 1 staff usage allows you to drop your staff one. I don't know why you would ever want to drop your staff. Isn't that your weapon? 3 or 10 allow you to drop it 10 times. Bizarre. This is all very strange. This is all very, very strange. You have the greater faith, temporarily unaffected by your enemies for 20 seconds. So that's your invincibility power up. You get your armor of God icon. That protects you just from bursts for 20 seconds. Holy oil protects you from the holy ground and the rock of Horeb for 20 seconds. You can only touch those if you've got the holy oil, otherwise you die. It also heals you if you've already touched either. You can get yourself some new sandals, some new kicks, kids. Allows Moses to walk through mud of bondage or straw for bricks for 20 seconds. Your freeze timer stops the level countdown timer for 20 seconds. You are on the clock. Every level has a timer, and if you run out of time before beating it, you have to start over. Your Bibles, 10 of them, gets you an extra life. Doubting God's word. It's invisible until you touch it, so it's like a booby trap. It temporarily prevents you from moving for about 4 seconds. And then the exit square. Once you have enough questions collected and mana collected, you'll find an exit square will just suddenly appear somewhere on the maze, and you have to go there to beat the level. That's how that works. All right, here's some game hints. You got 8 demo screens you can watch. They'll show you kind of what to do and how to do it. Collect as many Bibles, answer as many questions as you can in the pop quiz trivia section at the end of each level, because that's how you get Bibles. 10 Bibles gives you an extra life. Definitely want to do that. You can skip levels by 5s at the beginning of the game, so they build in cheat codes so you can just sort of skip ahead if you don't want to play through the whole game. So they do make it very easy, because I guess this is supposed to be an educational tool first, not a fun video game. It's for class. It's for Sunday school. It's for synagogue. Okay? If you're hit by a falling object, you must restart or continue, so avoid falling objects. Only the following objects fall, and only when they're stacked on one another. Obstacles of faith, bricks of labor, golden calves of sin, limitations of man, rocks of Horeb, Omer of manas. Whatever. I think we'll just figure that one out as we go. A good rule of thumb is to work from the top of the screen to the bottom. This way, objects will not fall on little Moses. Okay, I can appreciate that. Top down. There you go. There are some tricky levels where it's necessary for you to drop a staff to temporarily hold up a falling object. That's why you want to drop your staff. Interesting, because probably something's going to fall and block my way, and I probably have to put a staff in front of it so I can continue through the maze, you know? Many levels have hidden exit squares. I'm pretty sure all of them are hidden. I mean, level 1's hidden. I'm pretty sure of that. You won't see the exit square. It's hidden under the bricks of labor in the lower right hand corner of the level. Save enough staffs to burst away the bricks and you will see the exit. On some levels, the majority of your mana will come from bursting hardened hearts. There are a few surprise levels which have object generators. This is demonstrated on one of the demo levels. Be patient. It's possible to complete all 100 levels. Sometimes there is only one correct solution to a level. And that's it. Compliance with FCC and your 90-day limited warranty. That is our Exodus Journey to the Promised Land game manual. All right, guys, what do you think? You guys excited to play? I'm excited to play. I hope we got some new folks in the chat. Say hello if you're just joining us late. We'll give you the shout out you deserve. We're going to get started. We're going to get started playing Exodus Journey to the Promised Land. I'm going to fire up this machine behind me in just a minute. But I'll give you a chance to refresh your drink, mix up one of these fantastic little cocktails, grab a snack, meet me back here in 3 minutes. We're going to take a short break. I just need to make sure the game works. In 3 minutes, we'll fire it up. We'll play it together for a full hour here on the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. Do not miss it. We'll see you then. All right, everyone, we're back. This is the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G, getting ready to play a little Exodus Journey to the Promised Land. Not our first unlicensed game to feature on the show, but it is our first Wisdom Tree unlicensed game. The games that ripped off other games and put Bible lessons on them because that was a good idea, you know, to get kids in Sunday school and synagogue excited for these Old Testament characters. So say a little prayer to the NES gods. I'm going to hit this power button and we're going to dive right in. Ooh, there it is. Wisdom Tree, 1991. Exodus. Cheers. No music yet. I've never played this game before. I mean, I played the level 1 last night just to make sure it all worked. But this is the demo. Let's watch a little demo. See if we can figure out how it works. All right, so there's a bunch of rocks falling. Oh, that could be problematic. He's shooting W's out of his staff or something weird. Oh my goodness. Whoa, it exploded. Oh, a rock fell on him. See what I mean? They're like little maze levels. It's like a little puzzle game, right? Here's a different one. Man, this looks complicated. Level 1 is not this complicated. Music. Pick up the crowns. Pick up the question marks and all the M's. Oh, you gotta shoot the calf. It explodes, and the little wizard guys. Do you have unlimited shots? It looks like you have unlimited ammo. I'm just trying to get a feel for it. I'm just trying to watch the demos here. We'll see if we can figure this game out. Why is Moses all purple? He's turning purple. Something must be... Oh, he just blew himself up. Dark Scorpion Gaming, good to see you. We're playing Exodus Journey to the Promised Land today. Here it is. God saw how the Israelites were enslaved and remembered his covenant with Abraham. He chose Moses to lead them to freedom. Player 1. Level 1. Where am I at here? Okay, I can't walk on that. Okay, can I shoot it? I can shoot it. Okay, A button just shoots it. Okay, well that's easy. Okay. Oh, Dark Scorpion Gaming, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I know you put a lot of effort into that movie. I see you in the chat. I do see you. It's good to see you tuning in live. If you guys don't know, Dark Scorpion Gaming's a fan of the show. Puts together little movies on his own on his YouTube channel, and you should definitely check him out. But it seems like we might not be getting the thrilling conclusion to part 1 of your film, will we? Alright, get my M's, get my questions, blow up the mud. It's pretty easy. I don't know, what do I do with this guy? Uh-oh. He got real speedy. Oh. Ah, got him. How much time do we have left? 225 seconds. Okay. You just have to collect all the M's and all the question marks. I mean, that's basically how you beat each level. Rocks, eh? Oh, I can blow up rocks. Oh. Well, the mana didn't fall and kill me. Kill that guy. I don't know what he's doing. Alright. Alright. Oh. I guess we're going up here. Ah! Okay, so the questions, you do have to collect all 5, and I've only found 4. Oh, there's a question mark down at the corner there, so that's all 5. I'm just gonna blow up these rocks. I mean, I don't know which rocks these are, but I think I've got everything. There it is. Level 1, beaten. End. Okay, we beat level 1. Now we get to the Bible trivia pop quiz. Who enslaved the Israelites? That would be the Egyptians. Correct! All right, next. The king of Egypt told the Hebrew midwives to kill the male babies, I think. Correct! Do you guys know all these trivia questions from the Old Testament? All right, the midwives would not kill the male babies because Moses was to be born, or they feared God. I mean, Pharaoh wouldn't have forbade it. Probably because they feared God, right? Correct! That's 3 Bibles. 10 Bibles for an extra life. All right. Because the male babies were not killed by the midwives, Pharaoh ordered his people to find baby Moses, cast them into the river, or kill the midwives. Probably kill him. Oh, it was not to kill the midwives. Interesting. Moses' mother wanted to save him from the river, so she found him in a basket on the shore of the Nile. She didn't know he was Moses, was he? Did she? She didn't put him in the ark. She didn't move him out of Egypt. She gave him to Pharaoh. What? I don't know. I guess I don't know. I guess I don't know as much Bible trivia as I thought. I might need you, our live viewers. I know you're out there. I know you're in the chat. You might have to help me. Anybody who's good at Old Testament, any Jewish folks or Christian folks who know their Exodus and their Moses stories. Okay, well, I got 3 Bibles. That's not bad. A little cutscene. There's a little baby Moses in the basket. Man, they really need to put some music in this game. I didn't realize there wasn't going to be any music. Oh, that's it? Okay, well, there's a little music. Fine. I guess. Oh, God, what is this? There's mud everywhere. Alright. Well, this guy's gonna, like, kill me. I gotta be careful around these guys. Collect all my M's. There's a Bible. I got an extra Bible, a bonus Bible. I only need 33 manas in this level. I don't trust that guy there. I don't trust that guy there. He's gonna get me. All right, there we go. You don't wanna have a rock fall on your head. The rock falling on your head kills you, so that's no good. Oh no! I just said it. Oh my goodness. Start over. Gotta remember to kill these blocks. Alright, here we go, we got it. Top down, guys, top down. These ones are gonna fall on me if I don't blow them up. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That guy. They just try to get you with these rocks. That's what they try to do. Where'd our sound go? Oh, that's back. That's risky. That's risky right there. Ah! What is that? What is that thing? Do I get it? What was that? I don't even know what that is. Am I invincible or something? Oh my goodness. Stone Cold, good to see you in the chat, mate. Ooh, will I play Super Noah's Ark 3D? It's Wolfenstein, but with a Bible theme. Haha! Oh, that's awesome. Maybe one day. There are a couple other Wisdom Tree games, but not on the NES Happy Hour. I don't think that's an NES game. That's mainly what we're doing on this show. But I'm not opposed to that guy. That's my last mana. Oh, I have everything. Where's the... Oh, but... I gotta find... Oh, that little, like, end thing is hidden. Ah! Well, I don't know where the... I gotta find that little flashy icon. That's how you beat the level, but it's probably under one of the muds, you know? Man, do you really have to clear the whole thing? This is crazy. How do I know where it's at? I don't know where it's at. Ah, there it is. We found it. Top left corner for level 2. All right, you guys ready for some more Bible trivia? I hope you're going to help me out this time. I only went 3 for 5. Who took baby Moses from the ark? The ark? Like Noah's ark? I don't think Moses was on the ark. They're probably talking about the basket that Moses was placed in and he's floating in the river. Was it the sister or the daughter? It was Pharaoh's daughter that took him. Or was it a maid? No, it was Pharaoh's daughter. It was a maid. Guys, you gotta help me out. I'm gonna need some help. I'm not as good at Bible trivia as I thought I was. All right. Who did Pharaoh's daughter hire to nurse baby Moses? An unknown Hebrew woman, Moses' real mother, or Moses' sister? Oh, that'd be weird. That'd be real weird if it was Moses' sister. I don't know. Is it A or B? Do you guys know? I'm just going to go an unknown Hebrew woman because that's the least weird. Oh, wow. Okay. How long did Moses' mother nurse baby Moses for Pharaoh's daughter? Oh, this is a weird question. A year, a month, or the Bible isn't specific? I'll just say the Bible isn't specific. Ah, correct. After baby Moses grew older, where did he go? Back to Pharaoh's daughter, or he remained hidden? I don't know. That one? All right, we got it. We just guessed on that one. It was 50-50. All right, here we go. What happened to baby Moses when he was brought to Pharaoh's daughter? He became her servant. Oh, I think he became her son. He became her son. Yeah, she raised him as her own. I do know that. All right, I went 3 for 5 again. That's respectable. It's respectable. But I only have 7 Bibles, and I need 3 more Bibles for an extra life. Oh, here's another little cutscene with no music or animations. I guess that's Moses or Pharaoh's daughter and the midwife and little baby Moses in the basket. Okay, let's go to level 3. Let's see what there is to see here. Ah, we got some movement. All right. I'm going to get this, I think. It's just a lot of blowing up these little mud icons, you know? So far, this game hasn't gotten too complicated. You just have to make sure nothing falls on your head. Is this for real? What's the trick here? What I gotta be, there's gotta be a booby trap, right? Like I gotta be missing something. It can't really be this easy, can it? No way. This is strange. Is it really that easy? What? Okay, level 3 was super easy. There was nothing tricky about level 3, I'll tell you that. Okay. I guess it's time for more trivia, guys. You guys know how much I love trivia here on the NES Happy Hour. Let's see if we can get 3 more Bibles and get an extra life. All right, after Moses was grown, he first went to live with his people. No, I don't think that's true. I don't know who he went to live with, but I don't think he... I don't know. I don't know who he went to live with, but... Okay, question number 2. Moses saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, and he murdered him. I knew that. Yeah, he just straight up murdered a dude. Did you guys know that? Did you know that about Moses? He just straight up murdered some guy and dumped his body in the desert. True story. True story. Why did Moses fear he had been seen killing the Egyptian? Because 2 Hebrews knew of it? I don't know. Snitches? Snitches? I think snitches. Correct. Oh, we're on fire. Cool, we go 5 for 5 this time. What did Pharaoh do when he found out? Did he try to kill Moses or did he send him away? I'm going to go with send him away unless you guys think he tried to kill him. You should stop me. You got to tell me what's what. All right, where did Moses flee to? Well, not Eden or it has to be Midian. Yeah, okay. We're getting better. We're getting better at our Bible study questions. We got 4 out of 5 correct. Now we have, we got our extra life and 1 extra Bible. Okay. Oh, goodness. This is when Moses, there's Moses there, a little grown-up Moses, saw the Egyptian beating one of his slaves, and that's the guy he's just straight up murdered. He just killed him dead, buried his body in the desert. I do know that. I do know that for a fact. Where am I? Oh, I panicked because I saw guys moving, but I didn't know where my character was. Oh, this rock's gonna fall at me. Ready? Yeah. That's how they try to kill ya. This question mark. Just don't get crushed by the rocks. That's the name of the game here, folks. Don't get crushed by rocks. I'm still... Whoa! Oh, I panicked. Guys, I panicked. I wasn't expecting the gray rock to start falling down on me, but it did. All right. Let's be careful here. We need to be more mindful of all the rocks. There's too many rocks around, and I can't blow these guys up. These guys are undestroyable. But this one on the top is gonna fall as soon as I do that. I'm just making some room. I need some extra room because of this crazy rock. That's gonna keep getting me. Woo! We did it. Alright, I think we're good. I think we're good now. Let's go up top and just go around these rocks. Because I don't need to mess with any of these guys, really. I can just go this way. Uh-oh. Oh, we gotta be careful about that rock. We got to be careful about that one. That one's going to get us. How about that? Does that do it? Oh, man. What if I just run this way? Will that save me? Oh, man. Alright. Good. I don't trust the little gray rock. Oh, no. It's nothing but rocks. Holy cow, okay. It's just a whole bunch of rocks. Oh, I only have 130 seconds left. Good lord. Okay. Oh, come on. That didn't get me. Oh, no way. No way that got me. All right, we got to move fast because we're going to run out of time in this level. This one we do not have enough time to beat for sure. All right, go speedy, go speedy, go speedy. Get that one. Get that one. These rocks out of here. Get them out of here. Mana. Blow up this guy. Get our Bible trivia for later. Oh no, I probably need that mana, and it blew up. Okay, so okay, it's getting harder. It's getting harder, because you gotta be careful and solve these puzzles right. Because I think you need all the mana. You can't let any of it get crushed by a rock. You have to collect all of it to beat the level. I got stuck. Oh my god, I'm losing all my lives left and right. Left and right. Okay, we gotta focus. We gotta focus, guys. Alright. Alright, let's be careful. I'm gonna find all those question marks too. I didn't realize they were all gonna be like hidden. Alright, I'm just gonna blow everything up. I'm gonna blow everything up and do this right. Just to make sure, because I think I have time. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. Let's just get rid of all of it. And then okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. Move out of the way of that guy. Alright, 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 alright. Now we're cooking. Oh, we have 120 seconds left. Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? I hope so. Alright. How are we gonna get all those out? Oh, good lord. Just start blowing up rocks, I guess. I don't want any of them to fall on my head, you know? Hidden question. Alright, we got all 5 of the questions. We just need to get the rest of the mana. Oh man. The clock is about to run out. Where's the exit? Where's the exit? Oh, I've blown everything up, but I don't know where the exit is. There it is. Woo! 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 That was a close one. That was a close one. All right, ready for more trivia. Who did Moses rescue near a well in Midian? Well, he probably didn't rescue 7 people. And the angel of God wouldn't need rescuing, right? So probably the priest. Interesting. I don't know the answer. They don't tell you the right answer. It was 7 daughters. Moses rescued the 7 daughters from a lion at the well, from shepherds at the well, from wolves at the well. Lions or wolves, right? Wolves? Nope. Dang, these questions are hard. I gotta really study up. The father of the 7 daughters was a merchant, a blacksmith, a priest. Well, priests probably wouldn't have 7 kids, right? A merchant. Wow, we are doing bad at this round of trivia. Who did Reuel, the priest, it was a priest, give to Moses in marriage? Mary, Zipper, or Ruth? Zipporah? That's a fun name, but I'm going to go with Ruth. Nope. Which of these names was not used by the priest of Midian? Jethro, Reuel, or Saul? Jethro. Oh my God. We went 0 for 5, guys. You have got to help me out. Oh my goodness. My trivia is not going to be this hard. My bar trivia challenge at the end of the show for you guys playing at home, it will not be this difficult. No Bible bonus. There's Moses, or there's a shepherd. Oh, so it was an evil shepherd messing with the 7 daughters, and Moses saved them, apparently. Learn something new every day, don't you? All right, here we go. Kill the magician. Start blowing up rocks. This looks like a really big level. I'm not pumped about the size of this level. Oh, got a Bible. Need 7 more for an extra life. We really do need an extra life too, don't we? All right, start blowing up rocks. Don't want to have rocks fall on your head. It's bad news. It's okay to have manna fall on your head, just not rocks. All right. Is there anything hidden? Ah, there was something hidden. See, they're always hiding things that you have to collect. Oh, I crushed him. Oh, that's kind of messed up. Yeah, I want to get above everything so I can't get crushed, you know? It just pushed me. Just pushed me away. That's 19. I have time. I'm just going to blow up all these rocks to be safe since I am on my last life, you know? Okay. We still need to find... There's a hidden question mark somewhere. There it is. Boom. Victory. Now we just have to find the exit square. That could also be hidden, technically. Nobody knows where that is. There it is. Boom. 5 up, 5 down. All right. Let's try to get these. Let's try to do better than 0 for 5 this time on trivia, guys. God heard the cries of the enslaved Israelites and was concerned. Well, he didn't kill Pharaoh. I mean, he provided food when they were in the desert. I hope God was concerned. Was he concerned? He was concerned. Good for him. All right. God appeared to Moses in a burning bush. Ooh, was that Horeb, Mount Sinai, or the River Nile? Was the burning bush on one of the mountains? was it? Was it Mount Sinai? Was the Ten Commandments? No. Was Horeb where they found the burning bush? Correct. Okay, God told Moses to go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt. Yeah, I think he did. Moses argued with God, saying, "What if they do not believe me?" So God... Ooh, did God get angry? Or did God let Moses do miracles? I mean, I don't know. Do you consider the plagues a miracle? I guess it's all a matter of perspective. To one man, it's a plague. To another man, it's a miracle. Became angry is going to be my guess. Oh, God did not become angry. Moses again argued with God, asking him to send someone else. But that's when God got angry. But he didn't choose another. I think he sent Aaron. No, he gave him more signs. Because he told him to like put his hand in his cloak. And when he pulled it out, it was leprous. Like he had leprosy. Oh, must have been a different story. I don't remember. But we got 4 Bibles or 3 Bibles. So now we're up to 6. We only need 4 more to get another extra life. Oh, I guess that's God right there. There he is. He's got some crazy blue hair, I'll tell you that. I didn't expect him to have crazy blue hair and wings. But if that's what you think, I'll go with it. Here we go. This feels like a trap. I'm just going to say it right now. I feel like there's got to be some sort of booby trap here because it's just... Ooh, who's that guy? Got another Bible. Game Fun 124, good to see you, mate. How you doing? Oh, it was just a normal magician. He was just stuck on a square. There's a weird little Bible game called Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land we're playing today. It's definitely a ripoff. It's basically an exact copy of a different game. I won't tell you which, because that's going to be one of my trivia questions at the end. But with a Bible theme. This is Moses. There's also pop quizzes at the end of every level for studying, you know, for synagogue or Bible study. I mean, this was a pretty silly level if you're asking me. I mean, there's nothing, there's no danger in this level. Where's the exit square? There it is. All right, guys, we got to get 3 out of 5 to get an extra life. We need to keep going. We need to keep going with this run here. So you guys got to help me. I got to get at least 3 out of 5 so I get my extra life. Jethro, old Jethro, didn't want Moses to return to Egypt. True or false? I don't even know who Jethro was. I do not remember Jethro from Sunday school. I guess it's 50-50. I'll go true. Dang it. All right, now the pressure's on. We can only afford to get one more wrong. Moses left his wife and sons to return to Egypt. I believe he did, yes. Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. We got to go 3 for 3 here if we want that extra life. God told Moses that the miracles he would do would not sway Pharaoh because Pharaoh was stubborn, Pharaoh was afraid, or because God hardened his heart. It's A or C. I don't think Pharaoh was afraid. He was either stubborn or had a hard heart. I'll go stubborn. Oh, God. God said Israel was his firstborn son, favorite land, only people. I don't know. Is anyone Jewish watching? What is the answer? I mean, God wouldn't be like, yo, Israel's my favorite land, bro. He probably said he was probably being metaphorical. Israel was his firstborn son. Ah, got it. All right. Moses and blank brought together the elders of the Israelites and spoke what God had said. Moses and Aaron was the one always helping Moses out, right? It was Aaron. I'm going with Aaron. Yes. All right. Well, we got 2. We only need 1 more Bible token, and then we'll get our extra life. I guess we'll just have to deal with it. There he is, Moses and Aaron. I guess convincing all the Israelites that we got a plan. We got a plan, guys. We got a plan. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get you all out of here with us. All right, here we go. Kill this guy first. Ah, we got the little brick tokens. I don't know about these. Can I kill these? I don't think I can. All right, so I can't blow up the little brick tokens. Let's just be smart about this. This is a messy level. Something is definitely gonna fall on my head in this level for sure. It's rock. Yeah. Are those stones gonna fall? Oh, they are. Oh no, it crushed my mana! Oh, I'm screwed now. I hope there's extra mana, or else we're done. We're done for. I need to collect 70 mana pots? Oh no. How do I do this? Can I not? I can't blow these things up. Oh, do I have to get that 10 and then I gotta run down there? Is that what I have to do? How do I blow these little rocks up? I don't even know. I don't even know if this is gonna be possible for me. Fitz is making an appearance. All right, let's pause it, buddy. Oh, my loyal co-host Fitz for Fitzgerald making his appearance. Say hello to the camera, Fitzy Bitsy. Say hello. You want to say hello? All right. He's sleepy. But we have Fitz, folks. Fitz has arrived. Good news. Perhaps we shall win now. I don't know, man. If there's not enough mana left, I'm screwed. Ah! There was enough mana, and I just screwed up. Oh no, I only have 1 more life left. Wait. Oh, I did get an extra Bible, so that's why I'm continuing here. Okay, we're good. Let's do what we did last time. We're fine. We're in good shape. We're in good shape here, guys. We're in good shape. Okay. It only destroyed 2. We should be in good shape still. We should be good. Alright. Here we go. I just made him angry. Guys, I just made him angry. Now he's just mad. Running around like a maniac. I don't even think I can get those. You know? I don't think that's possible. I don't even know what that guy's doing. He's wildly unpredictable. So we'll go back up here. See if we can get to the end. I totally thought that rock was gonna fall. Ah, got him. Alright. I have all the cues. I have all the questions. I just need to get the mana and then find the exit. Which I should be able to do. Alright, where is it? Anybody see the exit? We're on our last life. It's always hidden, you know? It's always hidden. Oh, good lord. Is it over here? It's not even over here. It's usually like up in the corners, you know? We only have 69 seconds. We gotta find it, guys. We gotta find the exit. Oh no. Oh no. Where is it? Where is it? "39 seconds. I don't know where it's at. I blew myself up. I panicked. I panicked! I panicked and I threw a staff down and then it exploded because apparently staffs explode. Well, we still have 15 minutes left for gameplay, so I'm continuing. But I also don't really understand how to beat this level because I got all the things. Can I, like, do that and then it blows up? But it doesn't blow up the red thing. You know? So confused. Like, what if I put it there and then do that? Oh, that didn't help. It didn't help, guys, like at all. I'm confused. I gotta say, I'm confused. I don't know how to beat this level. Good thing they give you unlimited continues. Crushed. I got crushed. Oh my goodness. Where do you think they hid the exit? It's gotta be... I don't know. Oh, that was just my mistake. Good thing you have unlimited continues. Because this is a learning tool. It's not supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be Bible school. Oh, easy, dude. Real speedy. It must be hidden under one of the falling rocks. Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know where the end could be. Unless it's like in this section somehow. Can I blow up rocks? No! It doesn't blow up the gray rocks either? Guys, I can get all the mana again, but I gotta tell you, like, I don't know where the exit is, because it's not visible. I just don't know. I mean, I can get all the question marks and all the mana. Well, not all of it, but enough of it. Blow up all of those blocks. Ah! Forgot about that guy. Very confusing. And a long and annoying level too, you know? I'm still perplexed here. It wasn't over there, so I'm not too worried about blowing things up. Just need to get 3 more manas, and we should be all set. But I don't know where the end is. See? It flashed, but like I don't know where the end square is. You know, where could it be? Not hidden under here. It must be under one of those red ones. Like I must have screwed up or something. Must need to get these red ones moved. "74 seconds. I still haven't found it. Where's the square?" It's not anywhere, guys. It is not anywhere. Can I push these circles? Can I push them? Oh, I can. Okay, maybe it's... Can I push, maybe it's under one of these? Nope. Can I push the top ones? Can I do this? Okay, I can push these. I can't push two at a time, can I? Is it under here? Can't push it on the... I pushed everything. Oh, that sucks. What am I supposed to do here? Hold on a sec. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here, because I collected everything, but apparently... Where could the end space be? It's got to be underneath either a gray boulder or a brick boulder. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think that's it. I think we're done for today. I think that's the gameplay segment. We got through 6 fun levels. We got stuck on level 7 because we can't figure out how to leave the level after we've collected everything. But, I mean, all in all, is it a terrible game? No, it's not really a terrible game. It's a complete clone of another game. It's like a total ripoff with a little bit of Bible trivia at the end of each level. It's easy to play. It's got unlimited continues. It's very puzzle-oriented, so if you're a big fan of puzzle games, of solving levels, I think you could enjoy this game. So, I mean, I don't think it's terrible as far as unlicensed Wisdom Tree games go, but we'll just leave it at that. That's going to wrap up our gameplay segment. I hope you guys enjoyed playing along with me today on the show. The fun's not over. We're going to be back after a short 3-minute break. I'm going to start our Bar Trivia Challenge segment. I host the Bar Trivia now. I pose the questions to you. 5 multiple choice questions, A, B, C, or D. You could see if you could go 5 for 5. They all have something to do with the game loosely. And we'll be back in just a minute with our Bar Trivia Challenge. So stay tuned for more. We'll see you then. Yes, indeed, Celeste Andrews. You're new to the show. I see you in the chat. We now see your chat above me here. You missed out on the gameplay segment. We just wrapped an hour of gameplay with Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land. I just finished my original cocktail recipe. You probably missed those too, but each episode of the NES Happy Hour starts with a signature cocktail recipe, both an alcoholic cocktail and a non-alcoholic mocktail. We got our recipes, we got our manual, we played the game for an hour. It was fun, it was interesting. I'd never played it before, it was a blast. But we close every episode of the NES Happy Hour with a little Bar Trivia Challenge. That's my favorite part of the show. I play the host, and I present to you 5 multiple choice questions. I order them in order of increasing difficulty. I usually attempt to... Oh man, I can't get my... there it is. Usually I have this set up in advance, but there you go. The Bar Trivia Challenge Exodus Journey to the Promised Land edition here on the NES Happy Hour. This is where the audience participation comes into play, because our show, our live stream, our unscripted variety show called the NES Happy Hour, it's more than just gameplay. I give you guys a chance to compete. You can shout out your answers in the chat if you feel compelled to play along at home. I usually make my trivia questions pretty challenging. You may well imagine, because today's game was Exodus Journey to the Promised Land, you know, a game that is really a teaching tool. They hijacked a different game, redid the sprites, and branded it, this unlicensed Nintendo game, as a Bible teaching tool. You can imagine my trivia is going to have something to do with Bible trivia as well. So if you fancy yourself an expert, get ready, because we're going to get going with question number 1. It starts here. I told you this was going to be a question earlier in the show. Here is the question. Wisdom Tree, the developer of today's game, they produced NES games without license by Nintendo and frequently clones other popular games to do so. So they have a habit of taking other games, copying them almost exactly, and changing the sprites, adding a few bits and pieces to make them slightly different, and then calling them their own. That's why they're unlicensed. They're all very Bible-oriented. Today's game Exodus is a clone of which of the following arcade games? Was this a clone of A, Solomon's Key, fun game we've already featured in past seasons on the NES Happy Hour? Was it a clone of Boulder Dash? That's a game we have not played yet thus far in Season 5. Was it a clone of Dig Dug? We played Dig Dug 2 in Season 4 last season. Or was it a clone of Pitfall? Everybody knows Pitfall. So those are your choices. We do encourage our live audience to participate. Sometimes we get more excitement for our bar trivia than other days. So I will put 10 seconds on the clock, and I will give you guys a chance to shout your answers into that chat. There it is. Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land, a clone of which of the following arcade games? I see no answers. Our regular trivia contestants are not with us live today. But Celeste, I'm excited to see you're playing. So, your guess is A, Solomon's Key. That's a very good guess. I do appreciate you trying. The answer actually is Boulder Dash. Solomon's Key was the red herring I put in there because we did play Solomon's Key in Season 3 of the show, and it does look very similar to this game, but this game actually is a copy of the game Boulder Dash for the NES. So that's the answer to question 1. It's okay, don't be discouraged. They are going to get harder. I do make my trivia game show a little bit challenging. So question number 2 is this. Our mocktail for today's show we called the Holy Oil. I've already finished my alcoholic version, but we did have a non-alcoholic version. We called it the Holy Oil. Here's the question. According to the book of Exodus, chapter 30, verse 22 through 25, the sacred oil used to anoint the Ark of the Covenant contained which of the following ingredients? A, cherries, B, honey, C, lemon juice, or D, cinnamon. Those are your choices. Now, Celeste Andrews, you joined late. You didn't get to go through the cocktail segment. We start off the show with our cocktail recipes, how to make them, and then we do a little toast. But if you were here at the beginning, you know some of these ingredients did feature very prominently in our cocktails for today's episode. So that's all the hints I'm going to give you. You have 10 seconds to get your guess in the chat. I will start the clock now. I got you hooked. I got you hooked on bar trivia. I can sense it. Believe it or not, and some of you guys who have been watching the show back since season 1, we used to have people, fans of the show, who would only tune in just for the bar trivia. They didn't care about the games. They just wanted to play bar trivia. You're going with C, lemon juice. And lemon juice is something featured in both our alcoholic cocktail and our non-alcoholic mocktail. But the answer is cinnamon. It was a trick question because cherries, honey, or sugar, and lemon juice were all ingredients in our cocktails for the show. Cinnamon was not an ingredient in today's episode, and that is an ingredient in the actual holy oil from the book of Exodus, for which the drink is named. All right. I told you they were going to be hard. Don't be discouraged. They get better. I always save my favorite one for last. It's good trivia. Always the 5th question is something you wanna know and take with you in life because you can surprise people at parties later. But this is question number 3. It's this. According to the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 1, what happened to the very first stone tablets that God gave Moses with the 10 commandments on them? According to chapter 34, verse 1, what happened to those first stone tablets that God gave Moses the 10 commandments on? Was it A, Moses misplaced them? Did Moses sell them? B, did Moses break them? C, or did Moses vandalize them? D. Yes, believe it or not, there were 2 sets of 10 commandments because Moses did one of these to the first set that God gave him. True story. According to the Bible, Moses did one of these to the first set of the Ten Commandments, and then God had to give him a second set, or help him produce a second set, because one of these happened to the first set. Which one is it? You have 10 seconds. A, B, C, or D. Starting that clock now. How much do you know about Moses? That's the real story. Look at you. I think you got one there, because the answer is C. He broke them, and you are correct. He broke it because the people sinned when he went to Mount Sinai. He came down. He was very angry. They were worshiping a false god, and he smashed them. So they had to make a new set, second set. Round 2, version 2 of the Ten Commandments, because Moses destroyed the first stone tablets. Good job. Good job. You got 1 for 3. You would have got the first 2 if you were around for the full episode, because I like to drop hints, hints with the cocktails, hints with the gameplay. You would have probably gotten 3 for 3 by now. But question number 4, if you're wondering, is usually the hardest. The reason being is because I always save my favorite one for last, and it's not usually the hardest one. So question 4 is usually the hardest, because I try to put them in order of easiest to hardest. It's this. According to the book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 12, Moses murdered an Egyptian and hid the body where? We learned, even from playing today's game, that Moses actually did slay an Egyptian. But the question is, where did he hide the body according to the book of Exodus? Did he hide the body in the walls of Pharaoh's palace? Did he hide the body by dumping it in the Nile River? Did he hide the body by burning it in a trash pit? Or did he hide the body by burying it out in the desert? True story. Moses killed a guy, and he hid the body, and God knew about it. It features prominently early in the book of Exodus. Where did Moses hide the body of that Egyptian man that he murdered? Those are your choices. In the walls of the palace, dumping it in the Nile, burning it in a trash pit, or burying it out in the desert somewhere. You got 10 seconds. I thought this would be the hardest one. I might have given away the answer earlier in the episode, but if you weren't tuned in for the whole episode, you probably didn't catch it. I'll give you a chance to answer, because you've been fun so far. Thank you for staying. Celeste Andrews, your guess is D. They roamed the desert for 40 years before reaching the promised land. So yeah, they killed a guy. Moses killed a guy, and he did bury that guy out in the desert. You are correct. D is the correct answer. So Moses saw an Egyptian slaver, beating or whipping an Israelite. But this was when Moses was still living with Pharaoh. You remember he was found as a baby in the Nile River, and he was basically adopted and raised by the royal family as Pharaoh's son. While he was part of the royal family as an adopted son, he witnessed an Egyptian man just beating the crap out of one of the slaves, and he killed the guy. And then he scrambled and buried the body out in the desert. But eventually Pharaoh found out about it, and other fun things ensued. So I'll leave it to you to read the rest of the book of Exodus if you want to find out what happened. It is actually one of the more exciting books of the Bible just to read on its own. The whole story of Moses, Pharaoh, the Israelites, the journey to the promised land, the Exodus out of Egypt, freed from slavery, and getting to the promised land. All right, guys, that's 4 up, 4 down. Celeste Andrews, you are 2 for 4. Are you ready for question number 5? My favorite one. I always save my favorite one for last. It's this. According to the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 24 through 26, God was planning to murder Moses on his way back to Egypt. For which of the following reasons? True story. It's right there in the Bible. He was planning to murder Moses on his way back to Egypt, Moses' way back to Egypt. For which of the following reasons? Was he going to murder Moses because he did not have his sons circumcised? Was he going to murder Moses because Moses did chores on the Sabbath? Was he going to murder Moses because Moses murdered that Egyptian guy and buried his body out in the desert? Or was God going to murder Moses because Moses ate some bacon with his breakfast? Those are your choices, A, B, C, or D. God was contemplating murdering Moses on his way back to Egypt, slaying him dead for one of these reasons. Which reason was it? Those are your choices. Think about it. I'll give you 10 seconds. Get your answers in the chat. I'll start that clock right now. It's a thinker. It's a thinker. It is a thinker. I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to pause. I want you to guess. I want you to have a chance at least to guess the last question, since you were kind enough to stick around and play today. I mean, he did murder that Egyptian. That happened. You're probably not supposed to eat the unclean meat. That's a problem. The penalty for doing chores on Sabbath was death back in the day. They cared very much about circumcising their male sons. That was a big deal. That was a big deal in Judaism. You want to believe it's C, but you don't feel so confident. Are you going with C? Is that your final answer? Is that your final answer, C? You aren't feeling confident about it. You might want to consider changing it. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's your guess? The answer, believe it or not, was A. Moses chose not to have his sons circumcised with the woman he met after his first journey out of Egypt. So essentially, as I understand it, here's what happened. Pharaoh found out about the Egyptian guy that Moses murdered. And Pharaoh didn't want to kill Moses, but he was angry, so he basically kicked Moses out. And Moses went out of Egypt into the desert alone. He was still kind of a royal, quote unquote, at this point, not an Israelite. And while he was out there, he met a woman, I believe, and he had children. And he chose not to have his son circumcised. On his way back to Egypt to free the Israelites, when God intercepted him in the burning bush and was like, you got to go free my people from slavery and lead them to the promised land, God was seriously considering killing Moses because Moses did not have his little sons circumcised when he was out there the first time in the desert with his first wife there. And true story, according to the book of Exodus, that's why God was going to murder Moses, because he didn't have his sons circumcised. That's it, guys. I hope you gathered some fun facts from this trivia challenge. You can bring these up at your own cocktail parties. Let people know. True story. Moses murdered a guy, buried the body out in the desert. It's right there in the Bible. Right there in the book of Exodus. I learned it. I learned it on the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. I also learned God was going to kill Moses. Why? Because he didn't circumcise his first sons with his first wife there. These are all true stories. Look them up. I gave you the verses. You can look. You can do the research if you don't believe me. But that's 5 up. That's 5 down. That is the Bar Trivia Challenge, Exodus, Journey to the Promised Land edition, here on this episode of the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. This was Season 5, Episode 3, our 83rd show, guys. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you, Celeste Andrews, for playing. We didn't get too many contestants yesterday, but we had a bunch of people play on Monday's show. So I'm psyched that you showed up just in time for Bar Trivia, and I'm psyched you were willing to play along with us. So you did go 2 out of 5. That is respectable. Most of my trivia questions are pretty difficult. We've actually only had 4 people, I believe, in 83 shows. We've only had 4 people go 5 for 5 ever. So you still deserve a pat on the back for playing, and I hope we see you again for another episode. you guys know how this works. This is when we wrap up the show. Thanks for tuning in. You know we're going to be back. We're right in the middle of season 5. It just started on Monday. That means tomorrow, same time, same place here on the channel, we're going to have another episode at 4 p.m. Eastern. That means 2 more fantastic cocktail recipes, another fun game manual to read together, another hour of gameplay, and of course, another bar trivia challenge. What game will we be playing tomorrow? What game, do you ask? Well, tomorrow, we're going to have a little fun with a shooter. We're going to be playing Life Force. Some of you might know this game as Salamander, because that's what it was originally called in Japan. When it came over to the North American market, they changed the name to Life Force. But this game is essentially the sequel to Gradius, and we played Gradius back in Season 3. It was ridiculously hard. Thank God for the Konami cheat codes. We're going to need more cheat codes on tomorrow's show. We're going to be playing Life Force, and it's basically just as hard as the original Gradius. It's more of the same. So thankfully, I'm pretty sure the Konami cheat codes work. So we'll get ourselves 30 extra lives, and we'll make an honest go of it tomorrow on the next episode of the NES Happy Hour with Fitz and Master G. I hope to see you all then. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. We're trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. If you liked what you saw, it means the world to us to have you all as a subscriber. So do us a favor and click that button. Like I said, it's totally free. While you're around, if you wanna check out the website, www.fitsandmasterg, you can watch live there. You can play all the old videos. You can donate financially if you'd like to. There's some merchandise up there. We'll put our cocktail recipes up there the night before, so you can gather ingredients for the next day's show. Most importantly, our social media links are there. So if you want to look at Fitz's Instagram pictures, he's our puppy co-host sleeping in my lap right now. If you want to follow us on Twitter, there he is. If you want to follow us on Twitter, link to the Twitters on the website. The handle is Hey Master G. We always announce our shows. We do polls. I share the manuals, all the artwork, fun stuff like that. So follow us on Twitter. If you can't find me, just go to the website and click the big blue Twitter button and you'll get there. That's all we have for today, folks. I'm signing off. I hope you guys have a great evening, and I hope you come back tomorrow for more NES Happy Hour fun here on our YouTube channel, Retro Gaming Adventures with Master G. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.